Morning folks, it's a Saturday morning. Let's do some tracking. Now, what's on the menu this morning is we're going to try and use my little modular synth to create a pad track for a track I'm working on. Now, this is a monosynth. Right, so I can only play one note at a time. So doing pads works with these is a real faff because you have to sort of take like your typical, say like your C minor, and put each note on its own track and track that separately. So for C minor, you end up, if you're just playing C minor, you'd end up with 3 tracks and 3 MIDI lines. So it is a bit of a faff. But what I'm thinking is when it's all comped together, that should sound lovely and rich and delicious and analogy. And then I'm going to track it alongside a pigments patch as well, which will give us some nice digital fuzz. That's the plan. These things sometimes don't work out. So the setup's really simple. I'm just sending the MIDI through the through this guy here, CM1A, into my modular synth back here. The signal's coming back into the delay flanger from Erica Synths, which, this isn't everyone's cup of tea, right? Definitely. It's not just a standard sort of bucket brigade delay. It's a flanger, but you can get some pretty interesting results with it. Really, really nice warble. And you can hear I've got the attack on the envelope like very slow because obviously this is a pad sound. But what I'll be doing during the tracking, I can then sort of just subtly manipulate this during the tracking, and then sort of like I'll be recording not just tracking my synth, but I'll be like recording a performance. What else is going on? We've got a dark matter distortion pedal set up, which sounds a bit flipping noisy, if I'm honest. Which I'm just boosting the signal a bit and cutting some of the highs. Yes, this is the treble. Yeah, so that's going to cut some of the out of the sound. Oh, and I can see on my sound card that's already clipping. So I'll just do a couple of test recordings, get a nice level, and then let's see how that sounds. This might go well, this might sound terrible, we don't know yet. Let's take a quick check up on how we're doing. So I've recorded what I'm calling sort of like the bass voice and the tenor voice, and there's still like the alto and the soprano voice to sort of record, but we've got two of the 4, and I've not recorded them with reverb and delay, so we'll use a little bit of reverb in the box, a little bit of Valhalla, because why not? It's pretty unusual. Don't hate it. I don't hate it. And then from the same place, playing alongside the pigments patch. I think, it's good enough to persist and keep going. Okay, so we've recorded the bass, the tenor, the alto, the treble, or the soprano sort of lines, all from the modular, all just subtly manipulating the flanger. I'm going to call it a pedal. It's not a pedal, module. It sounds bonkers. So I've put all the stems into a folder, and then the folder, this is in Reaper speak, and then this is grouping them together, and then we're sending it to Reverb in the box, Valhalla in the box. It's, yeah. It just sounds kind of bonkers, but you put that to the rest of the track, what else is going on there? And we get, yeah, and that's just giving me that nice kind of interesting analogy, grumbly, sort of rumbly bass sound, or not even a bass sound, just a nice gentle kind of, yeah, interesting pad sound to underlie the rest of the track. Cool. All right, there we go. So that's recording pads on a modular monosynth. It's a massive hassle, but if you take your time, set up the MIDI and just do all the tracking, it sounds good. It sounds good. All right. Cheers, folks. Ta-ra, 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 ta-ra.